Hello my lovelies, and how are you? Here we are on the summer solstice, and it's halfway through the year, the strangest year that any of us have ever had. I think we can agree on that without exception. And we are about to go into the second half of the year. It's a new moon, it's an eclipse new moon in Cancer, and it's also, as I say, it's the solstice, so it's a time of new beginnings. It's a time for looking back, it's a time for setting your intentions, but because we're halfway through the year as well, we're also at that point where we're looking back and looking forward. So without further ado, let's see what the cards have got for us. I'm using the Queen of the Moon Oracle to start with, as ever when I'm doing a reading which is linked to the moon. This is a lovely deck, and here we have the new moon card. It's a new moon in Cancer. Cancer is a lovely watery emotional energy, and with this new beginnings, it's a time for you to think about what is it that you want to achieve in the second half of this year. So I would say it's not just where we're at in terms of going forward to the next month, but why not have a look at the rest of the year. So with this new beginnings, I'm now going to shuffle the deck, and the cards in this deck, beautiful imagery, all related to the moon, and well, we'll see. We have interesting messages. I'm not going to be using the guidebook for them. I shall just be channeling any messages that come for them. The cards are very lively today. They kept falling, and I did a reading earlier, and they were all over the place. So there's a lot of energy going on. Anyway, let's see. God, Spirit, the universe, angels and ancestors. What message do we have from the Queen of the Moon? And here we go. The egg moon, trust. Now, I think this came up earlier in the year because it is, I don't know if it's the March or April or even May moon card. But as you can see, with this lovely, lovely duck here, and there's the sort of mother duck, I guess, up here sitting on the nest, and there's a little baby duckling there. But the key word is trust. The future is completely uncertain, and I think we have really, really got to trust that things are going to turn out okay. Because, well, what other option do we have if we start to go down the fear route, if we start to go down, worry about what is going to happen or isn't going to happen? That's not going to do us any good whatsoever. So I think that trust in the future, trust in what is happening, but also trust that you yourself have got all that you need to deal with whatever might come up in the next 6 months. So we've got new beginnings and we've got trust. So let's have a look at what the tarot has for us. And as usual, I shall be doing my spiritual guidance spread, which looks at where we're at the moment. It looks at the past, the present, the future, challenges and opportunities. I'm using Ciro Marchetti's Tarot of Dreams today. It's a newish deck to me. Lovely energy in this. I love his artwork, and it really does speak volumes. And you might know the first card has come out. You might know the Gilded Tarot, which is one of the first decks that I had, and that deck is the artwork by Ciro Marchetti. So we've got the main card at the center, and I'm going to draw the card for the environment, and then we have our challenge, we have opportunity, what we can leave behind or what has already gone, and the energy that is coming towards us. As I always say, I am a clairsentient, probably claircognizant. I feel things, I kind of know some stuff, but I'm not a clairvoyant. I don't see or predict the future, and I work a lot with energy. So the card at the center is Judgment. And if we're looking at this, I think the first thing that strikes me on the energy of this card is an awful lot of spiritual uprising going on. There is a great calling, I think, for people who have any gifts in terms of spiritual gifts, healing gifts, following life purpose to be able to help others. And it just seems like there is a mass collective uprising. I know certainly in my own network, if you like, my own group, my own tribe, a lot of us are now really stepping up to the mark to help others in their journey. And if you like, I see this as all of us rising up to spirit, not to be judged in that traditional sense of judgment, but in that sense of rising up as the call. Well, it's sort of the final day of judgment in the traditional biblical sense, but this is much more about spirits coming up to be able to release the gifts that we have to help others. So this is at the center. So this is you at the center. This is about you stepping up. If you are a light worker, a healer, working in holistic therapies, any of the services that help people, I think this is particularly a message for you. And then in our environment, we have the Queen of Coins. Now this is what we'd say is the Queen of Pentacles. And as you can see here, beautiful greenery. Now this is the heart chakra. So again, in the environment, talking about love, about heart, but also the Queen of Pentacles, the sort of minor arcana equivalent of the Empress, about abundance, but also about down-to-earth energy. It can very often be to do with your job, to do with work, to do with stability, to do with family. And the message I'm getting strongly from this is that if you combine this with a call to action for us, for you, going towards fulfilling your life purpose to help others, then actually not only is it going to bring a lot of spiritual benefit, but actually it could well bring, because Pentacles is often to do with abundance and to do with work, it's to have also hopefully some financial rewards for that. So that's in the environment around us. What's the biggest challenge that you face? Three of Swords. Okay, this in the traditional Rider-Waite would be that card with a heart with the three swords stabbing into it. Traditional terms, it can be to do with heartbreak. However, that isn't the energy that I'm particularly getting from this card. Now, this is in the challenge position. Okay, it is about letting go of the things that have hurt from the past. And it could be things, I mean, literally things that caused our hearts to break in the past, but we have to get healed from that. Our challenge is to ensure that we're not moving into the future with any baggage left over from there, because it won't serve us. If you are to really help others in any way, shape or form, and it could be on a very small level by just being somebody there, a shoulder to cry on for the family, or somebody who bakes lovely things at home and just gives love to others, or it could be, as I say, more into the spiritual light worker kind of work. If that is what your calling is, then you have to be healed yourself. So in fact, it is, I think, a feeling I get of healing. And because there is a lot of blue in this card, I'm thinking of the sort of throat chakra to the third eye. So again, it's about clearing that energy, getting rid of all the stuff. Okay, another thing I'm getting very clearly is you mustn't let negative thinking cloud your judgment. Okay, so that's quite strong now with that Three of Swords, which can pierce. If we allow negative thinking to cloud a judgment, we are not going to be able to work. You're not going to be able to work to your fullest potential. What's the opportunity here? The Six of Swords, it's swords again. Okay, so this is about moving forward, and look at the power in that card. Okay, now this is moving forward, moving away from anything negative in the past and moving into new world, new life, new ways of thinking and being. And it's about almost feel like it's a kind of fool energy somehow, but this is serious stuff. This is about when we move away from what has hurt us, what has been pain in the past, and we're moving forward. But look at him. He's determined. And that's why he's had to leave this behind. He's had to leave that negative energy behind So you need to clear all the negativity, the negative thinking and that, to move forward with determination into whatever this new future means. And I think this is kind of, yeah, I mean, he's armed, isn't it? I mean, look at that. He's got everything there, all the sword energy to fight whatever is going to be needed to, whatever might come up, to achieve whatever goals are being set for the next few months. What have we let go of? What energy have we let go of? Okay, so this is the 10 of Pentacles, the 10 of Coins. Now, this could be seen, the first thing that's coming into my mind is about letting go of pursuing things for material's sake. Letting go of just going after things because they give status, they give money, they give security in that traditional sense. Let that go. Trust that there is a higher calling, if we go back to that card at the center. Trust that in some ways you are being called for a higher purpose. It's not that this isn't a good thing, it's just that it's a shift of focus. You can let go of the focus on that. I mean, it's lovely. This is the tree of... Sorry, my microphone is leaping around all over the place. This is the tree of life here. And again, a beautiful energy. I love these cards. But it's about a shift in focus. That's definitely the feeling that I've got with this. What is coming towards us? More swords, the 7 of Swords. A lot of sword energy then going on here. Now this is the sword, this is the card about making sure that you're not fooling yourself. Don't be deceived, because it can be the card of deception. It can be the card of other people taking away our energy. So this is what's coming towards us is, and don't be sort of fooled, if you like, by the dark energy. It's not that there's darkness coming. It is simply there is that more determination that what is coming towards us, we have got to have that clarity of mind. We must not allow ourselves to be blinded or fooled by anything, sidetracked by anything, because this guy, he's kind of moving away from some stuff and moving forward into what is not sure. He keeps looking back to make sure, I think, you know, he's not being seen. I'm going to just pull a clarifier for this card, simply because I have a feeling it is to do with what we're going to be coming into, but I'm not quite clear on why we've got the 7 of Swords there. Now, I don't often, as you know, I don't often pull clarifiers, but I just feel that we need. So what do we need to know about the 7 of Swords coming towards us? This is energy coming towards us. I have a feeling it is to do with not fooling ourselves. Something about don't deceive yourself. That's sort of the message. To go with it, as we're moving into a more spiritual time for some of us, a time where you know you're going to be working with different energies. Okay. Don't allow anything to hook onto you. Don't allow any negative energies to hook onto you. Okay, let's see what the cards say as a clarifier. What is a clarifier for the 7 of Swords? Okay, one's just popped out there. And okay, we have got the 6 of Wands. Victory. This is a beautiful card. If you know the traditional Rider-Waite, it's the card where there's a guy riding through on his horse through the crowds which are all shouting adulation to him, and it's got the victor's laurel wreath on. And here you can see beautiful, really strong, powerful energy, and it's very different. That's why I needed to just double check here, because the message I was getting with this is don't fool yourself, do not deceive yourself, because, and the reason is, you have got quite a significant victory coming on in whatever it is that you're choosing to do. But the big message I'm getting from this solstice lunar eclipse new moon energy is get out of your own head. Do not allow any negative feelings, any negative doubt. Don't let that sneak in and steal your power. That's what it is. Do not allow anything negative to steal your power, because this is the energy that is there for the taking. victory. But I think it is not just, it's not this, because it's the opposite end. It's not just this material victory here. This is victory in terms of a kind of shining light, be a beacon for others and raise everybody up. If we take this lovely energy here of the Judgment card, this is the energy coming in, and this is what is going to support you in your journey, in your development towards a brighter and more victorious new world is the phrase that's coming in. So there we go. Wow, that's pretty powerful stuff, isn't it? Now I'm just going to finish off as ever with another oracle card, and this time it is from the Quantum Oracle. I felt the energy in this deck is what we're looking at now, the sort of more esoteric energy, to give us guidance, give us support, give us a little extra to see us through this very interesting time. My goodness me. So, God, Spirit, the universe, angels and ancestors, what message do you have? I had blessed all my decks before the reading. I use a singing bowl and say a little meditation over them. So what message do we have for this solstice, new beginnings into the second half of the year reading? Okay, that's enough. Let me take this one. Wow, here we go. Courage. Well, it couldn't be more relevant. Courage. It's to take courage, because this is the energy. You're being given the energy. It's like the Strength card. You're being given this courage to do whatever it is that you need to do to achieve that victory. I have to say, there is quite a lot of fighting spirit. It's not one of these very emotional airy-fairy, even though we've got Cancer Moon going on. It's definitely not that. This is about getting determined, making sure you are fully prepared. You know, you've got your everything you need, your weapons if you need to fight anything off. You're armored up in case anybody tries to attack you or push you off path. You've got that message of strong, clear energy now, shifting focus. And then here he is as well in his suit of armor there, but shining a light in the darkness. And I feel this is really, really strong energy for you. Go forth and shine your light into whatever place is dark that needs positivity, that needs your help, needs your support. Keep positive, keep focused, keep lifting up, and whatever you do, don't let any of that negative thinking stop you. If you find yourself doing that, just take yourself away from whatever situation you're in that is making you feel negative. Think of something happy. Think of kittens and rainbows and unicorns if you need to. Anything to get out of any negative thinking, because that's not going to help. That's not what we need at the moment, because you are being called to your life purpose now, to your major shifts as we move forward into the second half of this year. Wow, that was a big one, wasn't it? So I hope that has been of help and interest. As ever, if it is not a message that is resonating with you, then please just leave it. It's not meant for you. There'll be another one somewhere around there that you can find that will be the energy that you need. But for those of you for whom this has resonated with, I hope it's given you support, guidance, and some positive energy to move on. If you would like a reading with me, then I'll put the link in the box below. I also teach tarot, so if you're interested in that, I'm doing all on Zoom at the moment, so you can find out from me more about that. Just get in touch via my website, which is zoedawes.com, or find me on Facebook, the Quirky Coach Facebook page. And even better, come and join us in our new community called Phoenix Rising Group on Facebook, where it seems to be a lot of light workers, a lot of healers, a lot of people who are here to learn, here to share, are getting together to raise our vibrations. And with that, my lovelies, mwah, until the next time, keep smiling and light the fire.